Hello, everybody. My name is Jacob Adams. I'm a fitness and leadership coach. I'm here with Dane Green.
Hello.
Dane, do you want to tell people a little bit about who you are and what you do?
Sure. I'm a IT specialist. I help people, everything from security, anything to do with IT, coding. I currently, my day job is all IT. I manage an IT department, and just started getting into the cryptocurrency world, and I've had an opportunity to share with Jacob.
Yeah. Dane Paul, actually, I've known Dane Paul for about, Dane Paul is his middle name, right?
Yes.
And so Dane Paul, I call him Dane Paul, Dane Green, right? Dane and I go back as friends for about 2 decades, okay? And we've done other little ventures together, and, you know, we were talking about cryptocurrency in passing around January, but we were just very busy. We were doing, some of you know I was doing the 180 challenge with Advocare. And
I did the 180 challenge as well.
yes, and Dave lost 20 pounds and I lost 18. But now getting back, I want to see this over here for you guys. So, you know, talking in January, then after an accident that was in February, you know, cryptocurrency was the back of my mind. But I had actually bought this book by James Altucher, this is James Altucher speaking. I bought this book around November, October of last year, and I got it and started taking notes fervently. And in the book, Dane Paul, he goes into Altucher here, who's an expert. He wrote the book called Choose Yourself or stuff like that. He's considered a financial expert and sort of like yourself, a tech expert. He's worked with Apple and other companies. Now, all that said, you know, the bottom line here, the takeaway, let's say you stop this video right here. He says to invest in the supporting industries like security, video chips, cards, stuff like that. And he goes into naming the stocks. Now, what I was impressed with in the book is, as I'm reading the book, he says, look for spikes in these companies. And I shit you not, you know, I open up my app on my phone, I looked at the the ticker symbol, and there was a huge increase in these markets over the last, alongside with this boom, this cryptocurrency boom. So really validated what he was saying. And, you know, I just didn't have the money, the extra funds to invest in those stocks. I just, like, you know, when are you going to make your money back, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of my problem. And have you, the viewer, have you ever found yourself in that problem, or are you currently there where you don't necessarily know how to get into cryptocurrency investing? And even if you did know how, like he does illustrate in his book, how to go to about it safely, when are you going to make your money back? If you're in that problem right there, listen closely, because me and Dave Paul are going to have an opportunity and a vehicle for you to actually get involved in as safely as possible. Start your path on the cryptocurrency thing. And me as a trainer, fitness leader, stuff like this, you know, the whole technology stuff is something that isn't as natural to me as it is to Dane Paul. So he'll be sharing with us some of the stuff that he's done today. I know he'll tell you about his portfolio and what it's valued at, and one of the companies he's brought to the attention towards me, because I texted him and I said, hey man, now I'm ready to talk about this cryptocurrency thing. So, you know, Dane Paul, one of the reasons I said that is, like, I recently took a pay cut, and it left me to, you know, really weigh my options here and see, come on, let's speed up this income. And I mean, this stuff is hot right now. Like cryptocurrency, let's face it, it's as hot as something a financial vehicle is going to get.
Yeah, right now it is. So yeah, I get questioned all the time. How can I get started? What can I invest in? How risky is it? There's a bunch of different ways to invest in cryptocurrency, but one of the, you know, main concerns of Jacob was, you know, like, how risky is it? Is there something that I can invest in that I can get a little bit of an idea of a return, even if it's not as risky as the other, you know, just straight up trading or buying and holding cryptocurrencies long term? And I came across a company that does offers really good packages for mining. And a lot of you might not know exactly what mining is, but mining is pretty much the equivalent of printing how we would print fiat money, how the government prints fiat money. It's printing cryptocurrency money. You're getting rewarded for being a part of that ecosystem and having computers do that work for you. So I told Jacob about, this venture that I got into and this investment that I've got into, and you actually get you get to see that you're actually making this money daily. You get daily payouts that you receive an email at the end of the day, an alert that you're actually getting cryptocurrency sent to your crypto wallet.
And is that, let's just say, this payout to reiterate what he said? I think let's say you caught that. So I'm just going to say maybe some of you watching didn't catch that. So mining, to my understanding, again, what he was just talking about right this second, mining, to my understanding, is there's these computers somewhere, and these happen to be stored in a very cool place in Iceland, right? So they're kept in a very cold environment, so they can function faster because of all the microprocessing and stuff going on, right?
So the machines produce a lot of heat, and you need
because they're running at fast rates,
and because of the amount of power that you need.
To do it. So they need to be kept very cool to not have like a meltdown, et cetera, et cetera. This is literally a digital currency we're talking about. So it makes sense that these like mining, these computers that are doing the mining are in many ways like almost like digital drills, right?
If you would.
Yeah, and they're basically. The reason you get rewarded, let's say the reason you're getting this cryptocurrency, and we're going to tell you a little bit about it, it's called the name of the crypto that is getting paid. The reason, Dave Paul, is what? Why should you get rewarded?
Right, so what it is that there's a kind of a self-containing ledger, if you will, of transactions. When people send cryptocurrency, there's a self-regulating system that uses hashes and for security purposes and to be able to tell and verify against that ledger. So that ledger is all public for the most part. Most of the coins are all public ledgers, and those computers that you're giving up the power for they're actually solving algorithms, and in solving those algorithms, those help the transactions. So anytime there's a transaction, algorithms get solved. Whenever your computers solve those algorithms, you get rewarded. It sends you some of the cryptocurrency. It might be like a fraction of one of the coins, but you receive the cryptocurrency as a reward for solving those algorithms.
This is advanced stuff, man. I mean, like, look, the bottom line is, if you told me 10 years ago I'd be in front of a camera making a video with didnt Paul about cryptocurrencies and mining, and these computers are kept in a cool place, and I would look at you sideways, man, like what? But we saw with Bitcoin the boom. They're hitting Bitcoin hit $20,000 a coin last year. I think that's when everybody stopped laughing at them. I think that's when everybody quit the laughter.
Yeah, in fact, that's when everybody kind of started jumping on board as well too.
Mm-hmm. So we're about 6 months to 8 months after that period, right? After they hit the $20,000 spike, we're about 8 months after now.
And it's about it was in November 2017 is when it really started taking off. But yeah, I'd say about
6 months or so.
Yeah.
Well, in chapter 6 of this book, Cryptocurrencies 101 by James Altucher, How to Make a Fortune from Digital Currencies. Okay. Again, you can find this online very easily with just that information. He's in chapter 6. He says the number one crypto to buy right now, and he starts the chapter with this. The number one crypto to buy, if I had to choose, is Ethereum. And that is spelled ETHEREUM. Okay, so I don't know if this is still his opinion. I got this book, like I said, around this big spike. that is here. I just want you, I read that right from chapter 6. The page is, I suppose that would be page 36. 36. On page 36, chapter 6 of this book, feel free to go to that page. James Altucher, the man speaking right behind me, who is considered a financial expert, he says to buy Ethereum. He said he's calling it, that he says it's being referred to as Bitcoin 2.0. Now that we've established that, these are facts, Dane Paul, give the viewers here another fact. What is the mining that we are going to show today? What do they pay out in? What coin do they pay out in?
So yeah, it doesn't matter. So let me start from the top. These mining machines actually, there's a special algorithm with the company that we use that can find basically the best and most profitable coin at any point in time. But it doesn't matter what coin is being mined, we always get paid daily in Ethereum. So just as James has mentioned, it's probably the number 2 coin right now, and we get daily payouts in Ethereum.
Yes, and each coin is valued at about how much, Dane Paul?
Today, the last time I checked, it's around the $600-700 range. Right now, it took a spike with Bitcoin during around those times. It has gone over $1,000, and a lot of experts, such as James, believe that it's going to hit a lot higher, even possibly 10 times within the next couple of years. There's all kinds of predictions, but it definitely is. If you go to marketcap.com, it's definitely a highly rated coin, and I think it's still second in line at marketcap.com.
That's all really good news. So when I told Dayton, I said, listen, the fact that that's in chapter 6, and that's the reason I started talking to you. And again, I didn't know that when I said, hey, tell me about crypto, I didn't know he was going to say, I get paid in Ethereum through this mining. It just all sort of aligned. So the way I see it is, this is sort of one of the best moves that an average individual can make. People like myself that are, we don't have a lot to invest in different coins or to be flipping Bitcoin every second. Like, I have a friend that does that, and we don't have the time or sort of the risk aversion to do that. But we can definitely say, look, here's $500, and with $500, what can someone get with $500 with the company that we're actually
sure. So with the $500, you're basically purchasing a leasing contract you're leasing out one of these special computers that do the mining that's actually in ISA, and you actually get to see there's an actual contract that you sign, and you get to the serial number of that mining machine, and that mining machine is yours for 1,200 days, and whatever the rewards that it gets, you get paid out daily. And it's you can't really guarantee a specific amount because of fluctuations in the market naturally, but we can guarantee that you'll get paid daily in Ethereum.
And that's already a good step. I think that anyone coming to this market or wanting to mess with cryptocurrencies or invest or play with them or learn about them understands that it's such a new concept, and with anything new, it can be anybody's game. It could be I don't think there's a set rule here fully. I think that it's so new that just to get your foot in the door and start working and getting something and kind of sinking your teeth into it is a good step. So I think that the people that shouldn't even talk about this are the people that want 100% security on every angle, because it's not.
Yeah, any investment is a risk. You only want to invest what you can afford to lose. But at the same time, when Jacob, we've had our first talk about cryptocurrencies. One of the big things is, where should I start? Should I invest in a certain coin and what's the level of risk? And I was kind of explaining, I think a good starting point for everybody especially now that I've kind of done a lot of research on this, is the mining, because you know how much you're going to invest up front, and give or take about the first year, you should already have, usually a lot faster though, but being you should be able to actually pay off or already have met your first investment, and the next, if you do that in a third of the time, the rest is all profit. So for example, all the contracts are 1,200 days. In the first 8 months, you'll probably see your entire investment back, and then the rest is all profit after that. So you'll be continuing getting that daily Ethereum payout for 1,200 days.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited about it. Let's just say, I think that what's one of the main things that, let's say I get Ethereum, let's say you get a coin wallet on your phone. What's one of the main, let's just say, because this is, we are promoting this through network marketing, meaning like we're selling the contracts through network marketing, and I have experience in network marketing, and I can tell you, this seems very exciting to me because this is like, I've never seen anything like this. This is like, it's a new industry, and network marketing is already jumping on board and saying, let's do it,
Yeah.
So it's like, I do have experience with network marketing. I'm with Advocate for 6-7 years, plus other companies, but Advocate is the one that's paid out the most to me and changed my life, my family's life. So when I see this coming along, it's like the sexy new kid on the block, or like this edgy and sexy and risky and sky's the limit kind of thing. And I probably would say it requires like a certain level of guts and steel to, invest and sort of see what the market does with this type of investment. Can somebody take away or break into your Ethereum? Like once you have the Ethereum, right? I think the $1 million question is, who can take it from you? Like, let's say it's in your wallet. Who can take that Ethereum from you?
Well, security-wise, so one of the biggest, I guess you could say attributes of cryptocurrency is that there's a lot of security built into what the actual technology behind the cryptocurrency, which is called blockchain. So it would be really, really hard for somebody to steal that. Of course, just like anything else, I mean, if you give away your password,
you're just protected with a password.
Right, but you can actually, most accounts, for example, you get more than one protection. For example, like all of the wallets, you can enable 2-factor authentication, so that you have to either enter in a code that is that you're either texted, kind of like you would with your bank account.
In other words, let's go old school here. Let's just be old school here. Like, obviously someone could hack into it, right? Maybe, in theory, I guess. I don't know how to hack.
Yeah, nothing is unhackable, but
let's say someone were to go, hey, give me all your Ethereum. You know what I mean? And then what do? Like someone says, hey, give me all your Ethereum, and they stick a knife out of you or something. Like, what would you do then?
Oh, well, I don't think you can. I mean, as far as if you really wanted to give them your Ethereum, they'd have to have an address, and you could send the money, but of course not.
Oh, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, so let's just say, let's go old school for a bit. Someone sticks a knife out on you and says, give me your Ethereum. I'm just, because it's a currency, like money is, okay? So I'm saying, let's just say you have it on your phone,